Hi everyone, welcome back. So we are at user development as it is a starting microservice. It is taking time. Yeah, definitely. Why? Because it include lot of things as well, like DTOs, entity design, exception handling, all the things we are taking care. So let me continue for the same user microservice development here. So in the last session, what we done, we created a user controller. We try to create a post mapping. So here we are able to save the record in the database. But here in the same pattern, I want to retrieve the user information as well. Now here we have a DB user. Now this is a user entity. So from this user entity, I want to map basically user entity to user DTO conversion also I should do. That means I should use this method. Now this is a user entity and this is the response here. So now have a look here. If if user dt now let's just see if user equals to null, imagine if you receive user equals to null value, just I want to return as a null here. Else what you need to do, just I need to convert as a user dto, user dto equals to new user dto here. And here what should I do? I need to copy the bean utils. I need to copy from the source to destination. What is the source? My source is the user, destination is user dto. Okay, now for the credentials I need to do manually. Okay, now see here, if user dot credential is not equals to null, if not equals to null, now what should I do? The whole credentials data I need to copy from credentials DTO as well. How we are created user DTO, and here how we done credentials, same pattern. We need to create as a credentials DTO as well. Now let me create a credentials DTO, credentials DTO here. Once it is created, what you can do again, bean utils dot copy properties. What is the source and destination? Now source is user dot get credentials. User dot get credentials and destination is DTO. Again, I need to set the data. User DTO dot set credentials DTO. Now this is the data I need to do. This is a helper class. Everywhere it will be useful in all the methods, guys. This is the main logic will be happen, conversion between entity class to dto, dto class to entity class. Why? Because why we are doing explicitly here, it's not like it is a credential dto in dto class, and in the model class, if you see in the model class, the variable name is a credential here. Okay, remember this point, guys. Okay, so that's why these conversions are required here for us. Others also we can do that. Now let me do user mapping helper dot map of db user information. That's it, done. Now let me run this application and verify while creating the user, are we getting this one or not? We'll verify now. This is a simple conversions here. Okay, okay, your application is started, it's about to start. Okay, now let me go to the postman 8085. Let me suppose if I have a Mahesh, now let me provide to suppose Rakesh. Okay, now let me provide all the email IDs. Okay, now send it here. Now see here, user ID 2, first name, last name, email, phone number, address, ignore about credentials, username and password, role-based authority also is not stored properly. That is okay. Why we are not, it is not storing, that we need to identify here. So later we can check it that activity, guys. Role underscore user, right? It's a enum. Let me go to role based authority. Okay, user and admin. Okay. Hmm. It's a again enum, right?
So go back to your postman 1 minute, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure. Yes, you're seeing something.
Role based authority. We need to give role based on database or
No, we should use our entity class name, right?
This mapping may not be done. Can you check once, sir, in the helper class?
No, this is the one we should use. Why? Because we are at the entity layer, right?
because we define column name equal roll number 48,
Role-based
same thing.
authority may not be set those properties, I think. Can you check in the helper class, sir?
Remaining all attributes are setting, but only this is not happening. Let me verify. Property C user DTO. We are sending. Okay, in DB are storing at the time of mapping. We are not getting. Mm, That's okay. We can see later. I don't want to spend much time now. Right now, this one. That's okay. We can fix it later. That part. Now this is for the creating the user information here. Okay, now we'll try to do next layers about find by id, how to retrieve the record based on the information. So let me use a lombok as well here. slf4j is the annotation is from the lombok here. Already everyone aware how to install lombok in sts. All my old students aware, right? So just go ahead and installation in your STS. If you are using IntelliJ, it's not required. Just you need to add as a plugin there. Okay, in IntelliJ if you are using. For a STS, you need to install separately. Lombok need to download and you need to do some process you need to follow, guys. Okay, and now onwards, whenever you are performing, make sure add the log statements everywhere, guys. Log.info everywhere is the mandatory to do this activity here, guys. Okay, maybe like a user DTO, maybe it's a service layer, something, some kind of a information. It's a service layer, something, some kind of a data. Just you need to make sure print some logs. Later it will be useful for us. Okay. Next, log.info. Now what I can do, this is a user service IMPL. Now find by id. Just I want to make sure print the information in the logs here. Okay, now how to retrieve the data? See here, it's user repository. Just I want to check find by id. See, find by id. If record available, you will get it here. If record available, now we are using Java 8 functionality, map function I am using. Here we can use as a lambda expression. So from this outcome, what I will get user object. So I want to map to user mapping helper. This is a method reference. This is a method reference from lambda, guys. Okay, now if nothing happen, what will happen? Just I am throwing completely functional style, or else throw exception. I want to throw the exception here. If something went wrong, maybe new a runtime exception. It's a runtime exception. Just I want to throw the message here. That's it. Now this is completely references in the lambda expression. Now using this interface, this is a static method, so directly we can refer it here. So automatically it will send as a user object and you will get as a user DTO is a return type here. This is one kind of advantage using functional styling. With less lines of codes we can do same piece of code. I need to write 3 lines of code, but now since single line, by using functional style I can do this activity as well. Okay, this is a one throwing an exception. Maybe we can say as a user not found exception, some kind of exception I done. Now let me retrieve the user details. Okay, let me open the MySQL as well. 𝐓𝐸 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 now I want to fetch the user information. Let me open once, just let me verify in database. User ms, where is that database? Yes, this is the one. And user information. Okay, two users are there. Let me open the credentials. Okay, role I will verify later on time. I don't want to waste right now time. That's okay. Two credentials, two users we have. It's a one-to-one mapping, so that's okay. Now I need to retrieve the record. Now this is for the creating the user. Okay, now I want to use another one, fetch the user information. Okay, maybe I want to fetch the first user information. Let me provide one. Okay, and send it. I think URL is the wrong. Let me verify the user controller. API slash users. Oh, there is no controller layer as of now. Sorry, it's my bad. Okay, we'll try to fetch the user now. What is the how you can fetch the data now? Public, public. Okay, void. I want to find by ID. Find by ID. Now this is a get mapping at the rate get mapping here. The entity should be response entity is the return type here. Now this is a dynamic data. We will use as a path variable here, user ID here, some variable. Okay. Now let me specify the variables integer user ID here. Okay. Now this is a path variable. This is the path variable here. Okay, now from the user service layer, is it path variable? Yes. Yeah, return statement it is saying that's okay. Now log dot info. Okay, maybe we can say as a user controller. Okay, fetch user details. Just I want to send some log statement. Okay, return response entity. Just I want to send. Just a minute, guys. 1 minute. Yeah. Now I want to send as a okay 200 success I want to do. From here, what should I do? From the user service, find by ID. What is that user ID? 200 succeeded, you will get it. Like I'm sending as a response entity here. This is a get mapping. Let me run this application. Anyone started about the address? I know who are completely joined new, you need to watch previous videos to get what happened exactly. So others, anyone started on the address? No reply. Now see here, guys. Now I am fetching the user information here. The complete information we retrieved here. This is the user fetch. Okay. Okay. Manik is started. Had to be complete. Okay. Then it's good. This is for the user entity. In the same pattern, we should perform like a the remaining service implementations, like a find all method and a retrieve all the method, delete the method. Okay, all the operations basically we should perform in the user service layer. Okay, let me do few more things as well. Find all the method. Now see here, let me do the find all method. What we are doing, just let me log.info. Okay, this is a user service impl find all. Okay, every method make a log statement, guys. Okay, uh, now here what should I do? You need to user repository dot find all the method. I need to retrieve all the records. I want to apply the stream. Why? Because I need to convert into DTO class to the map. So what DTO I will use? I will use the same class. Okay, and then I need a then what I need collect. Already you know, right? Collectors dot to list. Just I want to convert and I will get the data here. See here, whole conversions are happening. This helper class is useful, of time will be useful in these places here. Why we are doing this streaming? Because of conversion of user to user DTO. So that's why we convert into a stream, and then we connected as a list object as well here. Imagine after converting, anyone don't want to change your list, here we have an option also available called there is a unmodifiable list, so that no one can modify your data as well. This is kind of a, whatever we are performing, same data we are getting the information here. This is for the retrieving the complete user information here. This is for saving the record. This is for retrieving the single record. Okay. Let me do for the delete, and then we'll go for the update. It's dead easy, nothing else. Now log.info, user service, all crowd operations, guys, nothing else. Okay. Here now let me do this one here. Okay, this is a delete by operation here. How you can delete the record? Just simply user repository dot delete by, we have a method is available, delete by id, that whatever you have that user id you can pass it, the record will be deleted. This is a void, this is a void return type here. It will not return anything. If you want, you can return as a true, false, or whatever we want. We can do that activity. This is for the delete layer here. Then we'll go for the update operation now. Okay, now update operation is little bit different. Have a look here. Now you are sending complete user dto. Either I can send my credentials data, I can update my user information also. Any data I can update into database as well. How I can do this activity? Whether you are a valid user or not, I need to identify. So to do that activity, first user repository find by ID. First I need to identify in database. Okay, in database you have a user id or not, or you can pull from here as well, anything is fine. Get user id. If record available, you will get, or else just throw the exception. Okay, new a runtime exception, like user not found exception, maybe user not found. Okay, now here we'll get your existing user object in database. Existing user in the database, you will get it here. Once you get the existing user, what should I do? Bean utils. Now I have a this is existing user. Now this is your input user. Whatever you are sending this information, the whole data user dto, I need to copy into existing user information. So same, I need to map here. I'm explaining new thing as well to you. See here, copy source and destination. Here, if you do, this is your input and this is your output. Okay. Now this whole data replace with existing user. But here the point is, if you see in user DTO, what is my attribute here we are using? Credential DTO here, right? And inside this user object, here we are also using the credential here, but the same properties will copy as it is, the bean utils will be copy, but that credential, it will not identify this property here explicitly. Okay, what you can do here, I am passing the variable called credential here. What will happen, the whole object is available here. As part of the debugging, I will be show you this one. What will happen, both are same or different here. Just that variable, if you pass, that whole data also will be stored into here. Now let me see the copy properties. Okay, I think it is saying call, no, ignore properties. Okay, credentials, just ignore, it is saying. Okay, it's my bad. Okay, here copy from source to destination and ignore about the credentials it is saying. Why? Because credentials I want to do manually. I don't want to make complex. Now see here. Now why I am ignoring means here I need to verify the condition here. Now see here, user DTO dot credentials DTO not equals to null, not equals to null here. What should I do? I need to fetch from credentials from the database. Get credentials. If it exists, now I will get your credential object. Credential object you received here. Spelling is wrong. Credential object you received. Okay. If existing again in database, imagine this is null. In database, imagine it is a null. What should I do? I need to update the records. There is a chance, right? You can create a user without credentials. Maybe some invalid records also there is a possibility. So what we can do to avoid the more conditions, if still credential equals to null, still if it is a null in database, what I want to do, I want to create my own credentials. I want to create my own credentials here. So in the existing user dot set credentials. This is not the, this is one of the use case just. Once existing user, then you need to copy the properties here. Bean utils dot copy source and destination. In user DTO, we are sending as a get credentials DTO, and this is the credentials. This is a use case where you can see once everything is ready. Now what you can do, I need to store into database dot save of. Now what information I need to store? Existing user information. Now this is for the updating record db user. Once it is updated the record, now where is our helper class? Just I need to convert mapping helper dot map of your db user. That's it. Maybe you can take like a updated user information. What happening here exactly? Just see here. You are sending user DTO with all the information. User ID, username, password, credentials, complete information you are sending. Okay. User is existing DDB, but there is a chance of credentials may not available in database. Credential may not available in database. If it is, if user is, it is not a null, I am checking in database this credential is null or not. If it is a null, I am creating new credentials, then I'm updating. If it is not, then what should I do? Just simply I am copying the properties, then I'm updating the user and returning conversion of DTO. Clear? Any questions here? Business logic, right? It is not like a simply I get the data simply update. No, that is way of in rust API you will not like that. When you are discussing microservices, definitely lot of things we need to take in care as well. It's not like a simple one line statement just saving the record, just a save simply updating the record. No, we should be handle all the scenarios we need to take in. If you keep on updating, lot of things we can write in this business logic as well, but we have lot of things to do, right? This is for the updating the record here. Are we good? Any questions? At least acknowledge guys, yes or no, so that I can go for next. Only one person response.
Bhaskar, so that ignoring properties, can you explain that point one?
Okay, now here I have a business logic or not here in this place,
Yeah, yes.
but here if I copy here there is no use of this logic, correct?
Yes.
So that's why just while copying source to destination, ignore about this particular variable, just I'm informing to them. So it will not copy anything. Where I am copying, see here, in 62 I am copying here.
Okay.
So that's why to because of this condition, I return this place. If you don't want to verify these all the conditions, this is sufficient.
Okay. So the credential equal to new of credential, it will be setting as a empty new object,
New
right?
record, yes.
New,
In
okay.
database, credential is null. Then I'm creating new credential, then I'm updating to existing user.
Okay.
Without validation, you created multiple users, but no credentials. In that case, I'm
Okay.
explained to you.
Okay. 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 Got it.
Okay. Yeah. Another one. Now see here. Public void. I want to fetch by username. How I can do, guys? Tell me. What is the DSL method we should use? String username here. Okay. Now go to user repository. In this user repository, tell me, I want to fetch the user information. My input is username. Output is user object. What DSL method I should use? All old students. Any idea? In interview question also writes. DSL method I need. Query means everyone will, I know that you guys very well about.
And by username.
Get user.
Okay. But where is username? My username is
First
available
name.
under credential. My username available in the credential. How can I write? Same pattern you need to follow. Find. Okay, what is the output you will get? User object. Find by on which entity we have under credential. Copy. Now paste. Under the credential, what is the variable name? Username. That's it. It will generate a query for you guys. This is called DSL. This is called DSL method. DSL will generate a query. Now, by using capital, you need to change it to capital letters with all the letters as a username like this. Like method camel case, it will follow. So CNU, you can make it as capital. It will work. At runtime, it will generate a query to you. Okay, we'll verify. Go to the service layer. Now, how I can do that? Log dot info. So what should I do? Here I need to make it as a user service. Find by username. Okay. Uh, Now I need to return. What should I return? I need to return as a user DTO. If it is a user, guys, no more conversions. It's very dead easy. Everyone knows already. I want to make it a complex. Everyone should be aware, right? The complexity also. User mapping helper. Under that, I have a map method. Inside here, user repository dot find by username. Just I am passing the username. If something went wrong, there is no record in database, or else throw the exception here. No, or else no, we are not getting find by user repository, right? Okay, or else is throw not. Now again another question. Now tell me, if you are using find by ID, there is a chance we are getting or else throw. What is the return type by find by user ID? Anyone?
Optional.
Optional. But whereas find by username, what is the return type here? User. There is no optional, right? Now we have it that capability. We can do optional of user also. We can define. Then we will get a benefit of Java 8 style as well. Like this also we can do this in DSL. Okay. Now what is the return list you want? You can provide. Now here see, I can use the or else throw. I can do this. Okay, sorry. Oh, oh, my shortcuts changed. I don't know what I done. Okay. Now see here, or else throw exception. Okay. New runtime exception here. runtime exception, user not found. User not found exception. Is any braces is missing? Yes. See here, instead of writing multiple lines, and end of the method, I need to return back. Inside this method, finding the username. If not, we are throwing. If available, we are returning as a DTO. This is about the service layer functionalities here. Now we'll start about our controller layer functionalities. Okay, post is done, get is done. Now we should perform the put as well. Now go there to the user controller, post mapping completed, fetching the user. Now let me do for the updating the user. Now public. Okay, now while updating the user also, my return type is response entity of DTO. Okay, it's mandatory, you need to keep response entity, guys. Later on time you will get to the real use case. Okay, now update here. So here what data I need to update, it's kind of a request body, right? Same pattern. Okay, request body, then user DTO, I need to send it here. And alternatively, you can send one path variable as a user ID. These two parameters you can take it here. This is a put mapping, right? At the rate put mapping slash user ID, which user you are updating the record. Okay. Now here log dot info user controller update. Now what should I do now? Response entity. Now user service update the user ID DTO object. That's it. Now still issue. This is for the updating the user information here. User ID just we are providing. Okay. Now same for the delete as well. Okay. Now public void delete at the rate delete mapping slash dynamic data user ID here. Path variable is user ID. Okay, now the return type of delete is a void, so I want to send as a some kind of a boolean data type I want to handle. So what I will do for the delete functionality, now see here, user service dot delete by user ID. This is good. If it is successfully executed means I want to myself send response entity dot, I want to send as a boolean here. So just okay of true. Just you can send it as a boolean data type. Here the data type can be response entity of boolean data type here. If everything is good, you will get as a true. If something went wrong, anyway you will get an exception here. That way we are handling. This is for the delete, update, find by ID. Now still one more thing is pending. Okay, public void find by username. Okay, now at the rate get mapping, define the URL username. This is the variable just I am using. Again, this is a path variable. Username is a string data type. Let me pass as a username here. Then same pattern log.info user controller find by username. Now what should I do? Return response entity dot success. Now what should I do? User service dot find by why service layer I'm unable to see. Oh, we are not written that statement here. That's why we are facing. Okay, let me copy this. This is a interface, right? So obviously we should provide this information. Now go to controller layer, find by username. That's it. Now response entity of user DTO. That's it. This is the how mappings are there. Now let me run this application. We'll test our APIs. Okay, 8085. We are sending back. Now let me go ahead and run the application. First, creating the user, fetching the user. Both are done, right? Let me save this one. E-commerce 38 user collection, fetch user. Okay. Now I want to make a duplicate. Let me rename update user. Okay. While updating the user, obviously I should send as a user ID here. Okay. Maybe I will send as a credential user ID is 1. Let me pass user ID equals to 1. Rakesh is which user? Second user, right? Okay. Now Rakesh 1 just I am providing. Rakesh John, just something, just I provide some random name, nothing else. Rakesh1 at the rate gmail.com. Okay. Now I am sending. Now send it here. Internal server error. Something went wrong. Okay. While updating, we should send as a credential also. I need to send it here. Now just we'll see what is a oh duplicate it. Oh sorry, it's my bad. Put method. I should send it. 405 method not allowed. Okay. You guys tell me what is the output? Why we got this exception? Someone can identify method not allowed. It is saying. Tell me, guys. Everyone
Can
is
you
here.
go to the rest method once?
Okay. Others
Mapping
please participate.
slash user ID. Yeah, put mapping.
Mapping is the problem here. Okay. Now let me provide a credential ID here as well. The credential ID is 1 if I'm not wrong. We'll verify. Second user credential is the credentials to it's optional, but we'll see. Okay. Here I need to send the user ID as a 2 and send it. See here, Rakesh 1, Rakesh John, first name, last name is updated here. Let me change the password 123456. Okay. Now whether it is updating or not, we'll verify. See 123456. Username is password is updating here. This is for the update operation here. Okay. Now let me delete the user. Make a duplicate instead of delete. See, true. That means if you fetch the record, you will never see the data. You will get a internal server error, runtime exception. You will get it. This is for the deleting the user. Delete user information here. Okay. Now I want to fetch the user by username. Duplicate. Fetch username, like username by user. Okay. Now instead of the name, so what record I have in database? Credentials as Rakesh. Let me provide Rakesh. Send it here. Bad request again. Okay, okay. Why? Because I need to send as a username Rakesh. See here, Are able to get the information based on username? This is for the user by username. 5 endpoints we created in the user microservice. Are we good? Any queries in user controller?
Sir, can you go through username once in the repository, sir?
User repository.
Okay. Service.
Service layer.
Okay.
Others. Nitin, Shilpa, Vijay, Vivek.
Mm.
Are we good?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So based on this knowledge, you guys need to complete the address resource as an assignment, guys. You should be taken care address. You need to start the development. Okay. Why? Because we need to start other microservices as well. So if we start sticking to this service now, lot of other services, lot of things we need to develop. So one I will be doing, another one you should do an assignment here. Address controller you guys will do as an assignment, guys. Tell me.
Okay, sir.
I need acknowledgement from everyone, please.
Yes.
Okay. Good. See, here I'm performing to make sure how the flavor is there. Controller layer, service layer, completely all the endpoints I explained. But if you want to become a developer, microservices developer means each and every method you should able to do by yourself here, guys. Okay. Then only you will be learn all these things here. Else it will be a kind of a difficult for you guys. Okay. So this is about the user microservice here. Okay. And someone can identify why the role is inserting null. You guys need to identify fix in your code and let me know. It's kind of a learning to you guys what problem happens. It's kind of a issue in the real time. It's kind of a production issue. Okay, role is not inserting, then you need to debug line by line what is the problem you need to identify here. I'm expecting answer from tomorrow where we done the mistake. When we creating a record, when we are updating a record, when we deleting, everywhere the role is null. First problem, while creating a user, why it is storing as a null, you need to identify and give me the solution. Who will give the solution tomorrow? Any volunteer? No one?
Can you repeat the question?
No. When creating a user, we are getting null values. Am I correct or not?
Hmm.
See here, role is null.
Hmm.
You need to solve this problem. Why it is null?
You need to add user role table or type, something like that.
Yes, yes. Try in your system and let me know in tomorrow. Okay. Others,
No, I don't have any problem in my system. I'm able to insert that.
you are able to insert the user
Yeah,
with role.
yeah.
Okay. Where you done changes? Now tell me. Same change I will do, guys. Others also will know. Okay,
I
what is the
just
problem?
just follow your video. Nothing else I did, sir.
Okay. Then
To be
in my
honest.
case, mine is not working, right?
But we can just add user type uh, enum.
Okay. You are saying role type based authority. Here I'm using role user, role admin. This is okay. And go to DTO, role based authority here using is a variable name is wrong.
No,
Oh,
no, no, no.
then
That's
see,
correct. No, no, no. That's correct.
no, spelling is this is the one in the issue. Yeah, see here, authority spelling is wrong.
Oh,
THORO. That's why it is facing the issue.
okay. You gave wrong spelling.
Wrong mistake. Now, if we create a new user, it will work. Now, let me take it as a Vijay. Vijay. Okay. Vijay at the same something just I'm providing. Send it. Vijay. Role user. Clear? I thought someone will check here variable name. We are checking the code actually. Okay, that's good. This is about a user microservice is completed, and tomorrow we'll start for the product product microservice. Or we have still 15 minutes left, right? Why can't we start about at least entity classes, right?
Yeah.
Can we start entity classes, guys?
Mm.
Others?
Okay.
Okay. Now see here. Product microservice, everyone well aware, I know. It's a kind of a category and product, right? Just have a look. Let me start the at least initial startup, Spring Starter project. Okay. So as it is, what are the services are required? Everything I should do. Product hyphen service. Okay. And Maven, Java version, jar, everything same. Choose the next option. Lombok, Data JPA, Spring Web, MySQL, Actuator, Validation. Dependencies, finish. We'll start for our entity classes representation. Let me open the diagram. Our diagram should be there. Database diagram. Okay. Users, address, and credential system. Now, where is our category? Hmm. See the relationship, guys. Try to understand here. This is my category table. This is called product table. Inside the product table, category ID we have product title, image URL ignore, SKU. It's kind of a barcode, uniquely representation of the product they will be used, and unit of the price, how many quantities created and updated it. Some couple of variables we have. Now in category table, if you observe here, this is called primary key, subcategory ID, category title, created it and updated it. If you see, are able to see, this is called self join. Suppose you have a category, maybe do you know what is a category and again subcategory? Tell me, guys. Normal category and subcategory. Any
Subset
idea?
of a category. Subset of a category.
Exactly. Any examples?
Fruits, mango. Fruits the category. Mango subcategory. Orange.
Fruits is the category. Subcategory is what?
Orange, mango, or grapes.
Fruits is the category, berries is the subcategory, we can say.
Yes, correct. Same. Like electronics is a parent
Right.
category. For
Mm.
electronics, we have a subcategories like a mobile phones, one
Mm.
subcategory. Inside the mobile phones, you may have MI iPhone like this we can have. You got my point. Again, inside electronics, another category laptops is also part of electronics. Mobile phones, it is also part of parent category. Am I correct or not?
Mm.
That is about the subcategory ID. It's interesting joinings how we can do that. Just have a look here. It's very interesting topic, this one. Now see here. Now right click, let me create the packages, initial packages anyway we need, right? Entity. Okay, inside entity I need two classes. What are the classes? Category is one of the class, and let me create another class. Product is the another class. Two entities I have. Okay, first let me start about the initial things whatever we need. Let me copy the primary key, the concepts. Where is that model user? Okay, now let me copy. Let me stop it, keep it to here. I will change it. Okay, and here copy all basic annotations. Just I'm copying here, guys. Okay, here also let me keep it here. Now let me start with, it's not a user ID, this is a category ID. and here also it is not a user ID, it is a product ID. Okay, now let me start with our development now. Now what should I do? Inside this category, what are the things are required? Okay, I need a title. Okay, private string category title. Okay, and I think this is fine. Image URL is no more required. That is okay. Why exception? Okay, import statements. Now here also just remove it here. Okay, category ID and category title. Now uh, first normal, what is the relationship between user and category will perform, and then we'll discuss about parent category and subcategory both. Okay, now first we'll go to the product, also we'll apply the variables, what are the things are required here. Now private string product title. Okay, private string SKU. Okay, SKU is kind of uniquely identified for the product, guys. Maybe here let me, this is kind of a unique column. It should be unique for the product as well, not the product name as well. And private double. Okay, double I can say as a price unit, some kind of information. Private integer quantity. Okay, this is the information we have, and this should be the decimal. It's a values, right? It should be a decimal always. What is decimal? Tell me, guys. Price unit. It kind of a price, right? So to make sure the data type, we can use column. We can use name equals to price underscore unit. Here we have a column definition also, we can define in DB. It should be the decimal value should be there, or just remove everything as it is. As of now we'll do this one, I don't want to confuse much. This is fine. Okay, and this is the product ID, title, SKU, price unit, quantity. This good. Now one category has, tell me, one category, one product has, or many products has, what kind of relationship, guys? Many to one relationship, right? Many products has one category, fetch type is a eager.
Either.
Eager. Okay, now what is the column definition you are using? Now let me go to your this is a product, right? Now let me go to the category. Here also I should make that relationship, right? One to many relationship. What is the relationship? Private set of products. Okay, uh, here what is the relationship? At the rate one to many annotation. This is mapped by, which is the mapped by this one, guys? Tell me, which is the mapping? What should I use here name?
Product
Here
category.
mapped by. Inside here, what is the variable name? Category
Okay.
name we should specify here. Okay, when you store the record, okay, maybe it can be a fetch type called as a lazy, we will be provide. Okay, cascading operations also you can provide if you want. If you have, whenever if you want to perform something, just make sure cascading all is also some options also there. Okay, when you fetch the category, I don't want the products. When you fetch the product, I need category. So where should I apply JSON ignore now? Tell me, guys, where should I apply JSON ignore?
From parent to child. So
It doesn't mean parent to child. It's not like that. Based on our requirement, we need to provide JSON ignore annotation. Now tell me, when I fetch the category, I don't want products. When I fetch the product, I need categories. Now where should I apply JSON ignore?
no, can you repeat one more time? The
Okay,
requirements.
On the
when
top.
when we fetch the category, fetch of all categories, I don't want the products.
So now
In
here
this
we need to
class
ignore
only.
JSON, the
Yes,
category ignore.
here only we should use
Bottom.
JSON ignore here. But when you fetch the product, I need categories, so you no need to follow anything. Here I need a column here, guys. I need a category column, right? I need a category column, category underscore ID. So inside a product entity class, a category ID will be created. This is the foreign key. Now this is your primary key. We'll discuss about subcategory ID now. Okay. Now till here are we good? Any doubt? Category and product. Tell me guys.
Yeah.
Are we good? Right? Yeah. Now if you see here, try to see. Now here again, I need to make another relationship same. Now inside the category table, inside a category table, here actually not at users, it is using subcategory ID. So instead of that, now see here, in here, private set of, okay, I am taking now tell me, one parent category, how many subcategories can I have? What kind of relationship?
One to
Like,
many.
One too many.
okay, okay. Multiple subcategories, we have many, correct? Both things are available or not? One to many, many to one, both possible or not?
Yeah, possible.
Now both here I should write it here. Now see here, private set of category. Let me make it as a categories. What is the relationship here? Tell me here, what is the annotation I should use?
One to many.
Okay, everyone is clear. Now say private category parent category here. This is now okay. Now what is the relationship? Tell me, what is the relationship?
Many to
Negative
many.
one.
Many to one relationship here. Now we need to decide again. Just ignore all the things. In this table, okay, I want to create a column. I want to create a column. What is the column I should use? At the rate join column. Maybe I can provide parent underscore category underscore ID. Okay, instead of subcategory, I'm making, if you create a record for parent record, it is empty. There is no value, null value. No null value will be there. But whereas subcategories, there is a chance. So here cascading also let me apply, guys. Cascading is very, very important, guys. Normally, cascade. Why I'm not getting? Okay, sorry. Many to one I should. Okay, we'll do that later on time. This is a one to many relationship here. Now tell me here, mapped by what to write? Mapped by what it is?
Category.
Why category? Category already done, right?
No,
We are
Subcategory.
discussing only categories here, nothing product.
category.
This a parent category, your relationship with this is one, right? See here, product two entity classes mapped by category. Now see here, one to many, many to one. To make the relationship between primary key and foreign key, when you have one to many, to whom you are mapping, this is the this variable you are mapping here. Now this is called subcategories, this is called parent. When you insert the data for category, initial parent data, it is null. Subcategories, the data will be available. That is the how code we should be write it here. Now here also let me apply all the relationships. Fetch equals to fetch type dot lazy and cascade operation cascade type dot all. Same, okay. Parent category also. This is also fetch eager loading. Whenever you fetch the data, subcategories also I need. So just I'm using as a eager. And then what should I do? Cascade operation. Just I need to use cascade dot all. Just I'm using here. Now if you run this application, what it will do? It will create one column. When try to insert the data, we need to see. Just always this mapped by is very important. To whom you are doing this one. To whom you are making a relationship, primary key and foreign key. These two set of classes here. Same how we done. Product entity class, here category class. So this is the category you are mapping. So you are using mapped by category. One blind point wherever using one too many, there the mapped by will come to the picture. Okay. And here again, when you fetch the category, subcategories also you want or you don't want. Again, it's kind of a stack of like it is calling this method, this is calling this method. So I want to use a JSON ignore for this one here. JSON ignore this one here. That's it. I don't want to retrieve subcategories when I retrieve all parent categories. So that's why just I'm making JSON ignore for this one here. Now, questions. I know it's a little bit tricky to understand. Once we start the implementation, easily you can understand based on the development here. Okay. So that's all for today's session. And okay. And any questions, let me know. Else we can drop off, guys. Tomorrow we'll continue for the development. Product microservice. So you guys are the
Sir, are you able
responsible.
to send the DB diagram? That DB diagram.
Already uploaded into portal. Just verify the portal.
Okay.
In the portal already the DB diagram already we given. Just you can download the DB image in the portal. So you can download it as well. Okay. Any new questions? I know a couple of new students joined today. You need to follow from day one. Then only today's session you can able to grasp, guys. Why? Because you guys are joined the middle of after 3 sessions, right? So it's kind of a same REST API concepts, but new things you will be learned as part of here. See, when you are learning REST API, we will not teach you these kind of things. Why? Because that is a beginner stage. At the beginner, you should know all kind of annotations, dependency, IOC, basic concepts, everything should be in microservices. When we are discussing, these all the things will come to the picture as part of the project. Okay. Chalo guys, thank you then, and we'll catch up tomorrow same time, guys. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.